Alright, and we're live. Bow, wow. Bow, wow, 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 wow. Okay. Bit quiet on my end, so. Okay.
Staff assigned.
Bow, bow.
Please select a mission.
Let's do this. Gotta know if it's just quiet for me, cause like it's oh, silly me. Da 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 da. Gonna just make the game a little bit louder on my end, so I can hear better. Oof.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Alright, we're back where we last left off. Notably, me kind of getting screwed by this mission. Because, oh boy, we have to get out.
Analysis complete.
And if we alert, that helicopter is going to come and kill me bad. Now, I'm not sure about any of you, but I don't like dying especially by helicopter. So, we're gonna just play the game of stealth. And I do mean stealth. I am going to do everything in my power to get out of here without being detected, even once. By who and where? Where? What the shit? Bye, bitch.
System that disappeared into the cave. I've heard it was the Kremlin's biggest secret. But I think that doctor has been working on it. And the man with the skull for a face. It's been on my mind since you encountered the skulls during the hunting mission.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's the commander of Cypher Strike Force XOF. And probably the mastermind of the attack 9 years ago. Zero parted ways. I'll look into it. You just focus on the mission.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Updated. Analysis complete.
Gonna extract him.
Штаб, это кафе. Понадобился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh, well, there goes our suppressor.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Please select a drop. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
I find this to be inarguably probably one of the hardest missions in the game. Inarguably. It's one of the hardest.
Analysis complete.
But now we begin our approach. And the first step to any good approach is shooting the guy on the fucking watchtower. Or I would. Okay.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please specify a project. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Hmm. So we're gonna hide in the wilderness just a bit.
Enemy presence. The map has been enemy presence. The map. Sun will set shortly.
Let's do this.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
The helicopter doing a flyover is probably the most dangerous part of this entire thing. But like, I'm confident in my cardboard box skills to hide.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy analysis complete.
A
The map has
bipedal
been
weapon system.
updated.
The same model as the one in the cave? Looks like they're
Analysis
about ready to
complete.
start deploying it.
Development complete.
Bump bump. Ba-dum ba-da bump bump bump. Da-bum bum ba-da bum. Bum 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 ba-da bump. Bump bump. I don't plan on bringing this guy back to Mother Base just yet. Never mind, I'm taking him now.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Избавиться от чужака. Конец связи.
We can't have them communicating, like, at all. Because, shit, man.
Analysis complete.
Everett's lab is the building at the north side, with a vault roof. Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Damn. With all these lights, too. I'm gonna need to find out where the power generator is, and then blow the fuck out of that. Oh. Snake time.
Analysis complete.
That was lucky. That was lucky as shit. 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 That was lucky as shit.
Weather will clear shortly.
Looks like this is their storage area. Open.
Analysis complete.
Redwood Rock. Fuck off!
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Противник ушел из виду. Собираемся обыскать местность. Прием! Это КП, понял. Опустите каждый угол. Они где-то здесь. Конец связи. Штаб, штаб. Это КП. Понадобился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ. Но потеряли врага. Транспорт все еще прячется поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием!
This cardboard box. Nothing here but a box. Nothing but a goddamn box, dude. Nothing. I'm just a box. Don't know why you're complaining. Mm-mm.
Закончили поиски. Никто не обнаружен. Прием! Это КП, понял. Оставайтесь на чеку. Конец связи.
You blind motherfucker. Box.
Что это? Посмотри.
You're gonna tell me what I want to know.
Where are your friends? Where are the others? Where are the
The map
others?
has been
Where are the
updated.
others? Talk.
Analysis complete.
I'm gonna have to come back here. To like get some of these soldiers, cause like, ooh.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
So we got an entire.
На меня напали. Возможно, противник. Жду указаний. Прием! Это КП, понял. На нас напали. Всем подразделениям.
That thing can and will, like, absolutely fucking obliterate me, though.
Капета, Дмитрий 6. У нас могут быть нарушители. Полная боевая готовность. Прием. ЛКП, понял. Будьте максимально осторожны. Конец
Analysis
связи.
complete. Analysis complete.
КП, это Дмитрий 9. Одного из наших вырубили. Прием. ЛКП, понял. Все в единицу. И найдите нарушителей. Конец связи.
Analysis complete.
No helmet. And dink!
You have arrived at your destination.
Boss. Why are you using an unsuppressed pistol?
Who are you? Snake?
Peace Walker.
It's not you, is it?
Hey! It's just a machine. Are you?
Dr. Emmerich.
Snake? Hey, what gives? Ah! Let me go! No! Give me back my legs!
Right on schedule. Now bring him back to Mother Base. Okay, I'm sending a chopper
Extraction
close by.
arrived at
Get to the
Mother
LZ
Base.
with Emmerich.
Hang on a second. Let's use the walker
Mission
gear I
info has
developed
been
to escape.
updated. The map
There's a
has
special
been
one here at the
updated.
lab. Only I can activate it, and I'll tell you how to operate it.
Ignore Emmerich. We don't need his wind-up toys. It is a long way there. Why don't you use that walker gear of his?
We're gonna have to.
I'll start it up. Get this off me! Here we go. They're single pilot machines. Hey!
Damn. We are rude. The D Walker. A 500 round Gatling. Where did he go? Can I change stances? Oh, 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 we just going loud. I'm guessing.
Helicopter requested.
Okay, what's the LG? Really close. No, I know. Where's the LG? Oh. Oh, fuck. How do we get out of here? Oh. Is it up here? Wait, how am I supposed to leave? Wait. Am I stupid?
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Give me a second, because I want to take water gear with me. So I'm gonna use the bathroom and then look it up. Ugh.
This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
ЛКП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выгрузите врага. Конец связи.
Woo! What's that? What the fuck? What the f- Oh no.
Sahelanthropus? How?
So that's the Metal Gear he built for the Soviets.
Impossible! It can't be active!
Doctor, you're as useless as I thought. This is the real Sahelanthropus. You and your friend will die here. Behold! Today is the day weapons learn to walk upright!
Shit.
Support helicopter requested.
Get out of there, boss. Everyone's extraction comes first. Head for the LZ.
Mission info.
If you don't get away from that thing, it'll bring down the chopper. Arrive the
Damn, bitch. Get out my dick. Jeez.
Clouds approaching.
Stay alert. You're not out of the woods yet. Get behind something. You lost him. You need to focus, boss. Get the target to the RV.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
Hide, quickly.
Bro wasn't fooled by the cardboard box. Oh no!
Stay alert. You're not out of the woods yet. Find a place to hide. Looks like you lost him. You've got to be more careful. Get the target to the RV.
No.
Hide, quickly.
I am.
The weapon will clear shortly.
Get the target to the RV.
Whew. This is stressful.
All right, the chopper's touching down. Don't waste any time getting on board. And don't forget Emmerich. Hide, quickly. The enemy spotted our chopper. Nice work. Here it comes.
Departing.
Use the chopper's minigun. Shake 'em off.
Well, why did it blow up?
An upright bipedal weapon. In terms of hominids, it's a Sahelanthropus. How did they complete it without me?
We'll hear the rest back at base.
Angry bot.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. I know we can do better next time.
Yeah, no, I'm never playing that game. I'm never doing this mission again. I don't know what Ocelot's talking about. I love how we have him tied up in his own legs.
Why do you suspect me? What did I do? I'm on your side. What about him? Miller was in contact with Cypher 9 years ago. He was working with them. He's the traitor, Snake? What's that? More truth serum?
No. Stronger truth.
Oh, please. Please keep me here. I need protection. Ah! Ah! Oh. 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 Why?
You're the odd one out.
Why me?
We all lost something.
What?
Except you.
Don't.
Looking at him without a headband feels weird, you know?
The truth serum isn't working. Either some procedure he had done boosted his metabolic enzymes, or he's undergone special gene therapy.
What's he saying?
Same as 6 hours ago. I had no idea the nuclear inspection 9 years ago was a ruse. Cypher forced me to do that research after the attack.
Do you think he had a hand in it?
I do. But there's no proof yet. Take a listen to this later.
We need proof before we can pass judgment. Keep an eye on him. And don't tell anyone he's here.
We'll have him continue his research in there. It's for his own good. The older guys will want his head. We can't guarantee his safety if we let him out.
Boss.
He mentioned something interesting. The reason why they pulled their plug on the operation in Afghanistan. He said their funding started going to Central Africa instead. Cypher is pursuing new research in Africa.
Africa. What research?
Emmerich doesn't know the details, but one thing he said does make sense. That Sahelanthropus alone isn't enough to cause an RMA. He claims that what they're doing in Africa is the missing piece. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Meaning it's not just another nuke.
Questioning Huey in Africa today. We got Bear. Armaments, bear, new volunteers.
Boss, there's no doubt about it. Cypher's working on something in Central Africa. There's evidence they've been in contact with private forces operating in the region. We follow that evidence. We should learn what Cypher is after. Diamond Dogs has gotten a lot bigger. Now's the time to take the offensive. Head back to the ACC for your next mission.
Our combat staff and R&D units full. Yeah. Upgrading the intel unit's probably the best
Commencing
move.
construction. Please
Okay.
project. Caution, rain approaching. Staff assigned. Please specify a project.
Welcome home, boss. Have a good day, boss.
Please select a mission.
Boss, this contract comes out of Angola. That's right, Central Africa, where Emmerich claimed they were working on a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. There's been a massive oil spill from Mafinda oil field. It's flowing into the river and contaminating the water supply. An environmental NGO has asked us to stop the spill by destroying the facility. Environmental activism isn't exactly our line of work, but it's not that simple either. The group operating the oil facility and causing the spill is the rebel group UNITA. And word has it that UNITA is getting supplied with U.S. military weapons. That sounds to me like Cypher's pulling their strings. Boss, it's time to give Cypher a little surprise.
Select a mission.
Okay.
Please select landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Anyways, we are going to Africa now.
Mission
Boss,
list
I've been meaning to tell
updated.
you something. Our old friend Zero hasn't been seen in public since you left the States. That was over 10 years ago now. You suspected he was responsible for the accident at your base in the Caribbean. But at that point, Zero was already bedridden. So it never felt right to me that Zero gave the order. Now that I've seen the man Emmerich was working for, I'm sure he didn't. I know that man. He was our old friend's XO. A man without a face. Not one you want to look at anyway. Skullface. He's the one who destroyed your base 9 years ago. The unit commands XOF with Cypher's strike force, but he since split from Zero and used XOF to usurp control over Cypher itself. In other words, the Cypher we're hunting isn't Zero. Beyond Zero is a void that's even darker. Skullface.
So basically, we are now we now know who we're hunting.
Please select a mission.
But we also have more tapes.
So SALT II still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse. The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then. You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker, and were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike. Coleman's big idea? Humans aren't capable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of. If that AI, I mean, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch. Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was. All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end, the time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
Weather will clear shortly.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964.
Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint, Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation, and the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva, and me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted. I still trusted him in those days. We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project. Les enfants terribles, Zero called it. You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism, and that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops Unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean. Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan, That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation, and the cycle of vengeance goes on. This war, the Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Afghanistan is a tribal society. Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they have everything to fight for. No matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere, striking back, then vanishing again. But there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear. Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters, it's no doubt something to help them strike back against the gunships, which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war. Those guerrilla fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad, but that doesn't mean they work like a single standing army. Just look at the area around Smossy Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there, but they fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter-Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men. Boss, Glad still hasn't made any moves. It's got me thinking. What? If you took her on a mission, she might break her silence. You want to let her out? Sure. Make her no different to the others. Everyone you pick up works for themselves, right? But her... I say work with her. See what happens. I wouldn't ask this of anyone but you. On missions, I'll make sure we have someone observing from a distance, and she won't be allowed access to all of the base. As for Miller, well, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. The best part is, hiding is her specialty. If no one sees her leave the base, the staff will be none the wiser. And if she gets away?
If that happens, you'll have to take care of her. But I have faith in you, boss. I think Quiet sees something in you.
It's a big risk.
But it's for the good of all of us. And besides, you can't deny her talent.
Development.
Her unique skills and abilities would give you a hell of an edge out there.
I'll think it over.
How long are we gonna keep that woman here?
You mean Quiet?
My personal feelings aside, she's putting everybody on edge. You should hear the stories. I got sick from just standing guard at her cell. I won't stand on the same platform as that witch. She hit me for no reason.
What is this, a private army or a kindergarten?
The thing is, they're all serious. They're faced with something they don't understand, and a kind of mass hysteria has broken out. I've gotten wind of countless plots to take her out.
There are no grounds for this suspicion whatsoever. Put yourself in her shoes, assuming they see her as a prisoner here. No, even more so, if they do, she deserves to be treated humanely. I always thought our men were a bit more noble-minded, but... Look, I understand this is a stressful line of work, but to make her the scapegoat...
You've got it wrong. Quiet? She's with Cypher. We have men that lost their buddies to her organization.
You could say that about more than just her. Plenty of the men used to fight for another side, but they've all put that aside to work for the boss.
Cypher is different. And if you ask me, the boss is the biggest problem. Why is he protecting her? Some of the guys are starting to suspect him of... I don't agree with keeping her here either.
So what's your move? Throw her out? Kill her? She's our ticket to Cypher, and her physical abilities are outstanding. We could use someone like her.
Don't make me sick.
Her marksmanship, speed, stealth capabilities for a start. Then, there are the other things we've learned. Quiet appears to be able to use both eyes as master eyes simultaneously. That lets her track targets of different focal lengths at once. While looking through the scope with one eye, she can look for new targets with the other. That's why she doesn't need a spotter. She can operate alone, no matter the circumstances.
See, I told you she's a freak. No one would be able to control her.
No, there's one person who could.
Hey, you trying to get the boss killed?
Well, why don't we talk to him? See if he's willing to take her along.
I don't like this.
It's his decision to make. The two of them might even make a good team.
So like, I'm taking a bit of a break and just letting the audio logs play, but Ocelot's right. Quiet is an amazing buddy, and she only becomes available like around Africa. So like, I'm all for it. The only issue is that one, I'm still drinking, and two, I don't know what triggers her buddy event, I guess. So I still gotta wait for the funny sniper lady. Her and Diamond, D-Dog, I mean, being like the best buddies for Africa, because the horse is kind of useless. Well, the horse isn't useless, but like it's just better to have D-Dog or Quiet there. All right, back to more audio logs.
It wasn't just Cypher. Back in the Caribbean, every eye in the world was turned on us. A private army, just a bunch of guys with guns, in possession of a nuke? Why wouldn't they be uncomfortable?
And that's why you made sure the inspection happened.
Well, I thought our best move was to prove to the UN through the IAEA that we had no nuke. Of course, I was against us having it in the first place, but that was Snake's decision.
The boss wasn't responsible.
Well, don't get me wrong, I still believed in Snake. I thought I was making the best decision for all of us, that's all. I figured we should get a third party to exonerate us before proof of the nuke did get out. And who better to do that than an organization with international authority?
So the truth is, you took it upon yourself to agree to an inspection arranged by the UN. Only the inspection was a ruse, and Cypher's strike force, XOF, showed up instead.
I had no idea that would happen.
Enough bullshit.
Oh, sure, like I could have known. You know, I was just trying to prove our innocence to the world. What's wrong with that?
We're not interested in the excuses you've thought up. The truth is objective.
Just see it from my point of view.
You led XOF to the control tower. They seized it, giving them complete control over the base. Moments later, they detonated C4 on the strut legs. Anyone who'd managed to survive was hunted down by the assault force and their choppers.
You can't believe I did that on purpose.
That was the end of Mother Base. But it wasn't the end for you.
How can you... Look, think about it. I lost something too. I built Zeke and it got buried underwater. I am a victim.
That raises the big questions. Why were you the only one spared? You got away without a scratch. Why did Strangelove leave the base on the eve of the inspection? You two were close.
Strangelove?
And how did you manage to build something that surpasses Zeke in every way? Because you did everything they told you. You're the only one who didn't lose a thing. That is the truth.
I was taken away against my will. Skullface forced me to do his research these past 9 years. He used me. I lost 9 years.
9 years. We all lost 9 years. It wasn't just you.
I suppose blaming me makes you feel better, does it? But who's gonna give me back all the time I lost?
You're not getting anything back.
You're not a victim here, Emmerich. You're the perpetrator.
I didn't know anything.
Nobody can back that up.
Yeah, all the evidence is at the bottom of the ocean.
You know the hardest man to break. The type who's fooling himself. That takes time. It's easier to live a convenient lie than a painful truth. Is that the piece you've chosen, Doc?
I'm not lying.
Of course. Just let me check one or two things. On that day, you were in the control tower with them. Lucky you. That's how you got out unscathed. And you escaped on one of their choppers. Only you, right before the base went under.
They had me blindfolded the whole time. I've never been so scared. The whole flight, I thought they'd kill me. But thinking of you kept me going. My comrades, all the way.
And?
There was a plane journey, and then we traveled by road. When they finally took off the blindfold, I was in kind of a warehouse, on the floor. Afghanistan, it was that research lab. I couldn't believe they'd taken me halfway around the world. And soon enough, he came.
Skullface.
He's the one who's really behind that Mother Base attack. He forced me into that research.
What kind of research?
He told me to build a bipedal walking tank for the Soviet Union. Like Peace Walker. A system that could fire an ICBM-class nuclear weapon. That's how the Sahelanthropus project got started.
Sahelanthropus.
Those AI weapons I'd made in Costa Rica were like toys by comparison. A whole world apart from reptilian four-legged crawling and that ridiculous hunched-over bipedal waddling. My design evolved to the dawn of mankind. Sahelanthropus, the first steps towards humanity. An upright bipedal weapon system. Originally, Sahelanthropus was going to be a manned weapons platform. I designed a cockpit in its head, and I planned to fill it with water as a buffering agent.
Like how Paz modified Zeke for human control.
Don't compare me to some amateur. I designed it for human control from the beginning. The problem was miniaturizing the posture control AI. You remember the reptile pod?
The AI that controlled your unmanned weapons.
Attaching it externally makes it vulnerable, so this time I wanted it beneath the armor. Meaning I had to make the AI smaller. I got it down to less than 1/10 the size without any loss in computation speed. But it was still too big for the cockpit. There wasn't enough room for the pilot. If I made the head bigger, its body would have to be bigger to support it. Too big to be practical. In the end, human piloting was taken off the table. I tested a remote control system too, but there was the time lag and I wasn't satisfied with its precision either. Plus, it would be useless if the enemy jammed it. So next, I went back to trying an AI-only system. To do that, I had the AI pods recovered from Nicaragua. This was a hybrid AI, a combination of Peace Walker's reptile and mammal pods. The only AIs that had ever successfully operated an unmanned nuclear weapon system.
Really? You'd need some help to get that working. Expert help. Did you work with someone?
I worked alone.
You did that yourself?
That's the thing. The AI didn't pan out in the end either. But I did finally get Sahelanthropus walking by folding over its upper body to lower its center of gravity. The first upright bipedal locomotive weapon system in the history of mankind. I guess technically it falls into the anthropoid ape category.
I don't see the benefit of having it stand taller.
On terrain with significant differences in elevation like Afghanistan, you need a body that's vertically adaptable. That also lets it attack from long range while using mountain ridges for cover. So, making it walk upright was the most important factor in giving it superior height capability. As the name suggests, that was the whole point of Sahelanthropus. But I was being pushed for results. Having the AI mounted externally would have been the fastest way to get it working. I just needed more data so it could maintain its balance. But Skullface refused to wait. He dismissed the idea of AI control and took Sahelanthropus away from me before I could finish it.
But it was walking when it came after you.
That's just it. I don't understand how Skullface got it to move upright, without a pilot or an AI. And walking at that speed, too. It's beyond anything I could have imagined. This is like the Wright brothers making it to the moon. I'm just as clueless as you are.
So this Sahelanthropus, where is it now?
I have no idea. All my experiments took place at that cave. I've never seen it anywhere else. Besides, it's still just an incomplete prototype at this point, and nothing but a paper tiger. Even if it can walk, it's far from being a viable weapons platform. It wouldn't be useful in actual battle.
Emmerich will remain here at Mother Base for now, but not as a member of Diamond Dogs. I still don't trust him. That work for you?
Fine by me. He can't be allowed any contact with staff either.
Yeah. A lot of the guys would love some payback for 9 years ago. We still need him alive. But we have to restrict his movements. He can only go where we tell him. And of course, the interrogations will continue. He worked for that skull bastard for nearly a decade. He still has more to tell us.
How long are we gonna press him?
If our investigation shows he really had nothing to do with the attack, we'll reconsider his place here. But I don't expect that to happen. Remember that water tank-shaped object in Emmerich's lab in the Soviet base camp? The thing that started talking to you like a possessed answering machine. That was a pod built for housing the AI used to control unmanned weapons. You remember, back in '74 in Costa Rica. It was in those machines you fought there. They were designated Pupa, Chrysalis, Cocoon, and Basilisk, and each of them was fitted with an AI unit called a reptile pod. Emmerich created it. It mainly handled the machine's posture control and autonomous behavior. But the Basilisk, aka Peace Walker, also featured a second AI pod. That one was called the Mammal Pod, and it was created by Dr. Strangelove. She tried to recreate the boss's personality through the Mammal Pod, but you pulled out its memory boards. That's when it transferred its own functions to its reptile pod. Just like a human brain compensating for damage by using the remaining healthy parts. The result was a unique entity, a hybrid of the reptile and the mammal. It sank to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua with Peace Walker. But apparently they salvaged it and transported it to that lab. Don't let it deceive you, Snake. It may sound like the boss,
but it has neither a personality nor a will. Like Emmerich says, it's just a machine.
Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over.
What do you mean?
Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide. They fought throughout the world. In fact, they're part of the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set foot on. Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over. Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He sounded a warning, so it goes.
A warning?
Too much power destroys the hands that hold it. Apparently, you chose to be a living example of that.
I never said any of that.
The moment any truth is passed on, it starts turning into fiction. The problem is, fiction inspires people more than facts. To the world, you're now the legendary mercenary Big Boss. The lessons you've taught the PFs are the reason they're so widespread. They're the reason they've survived. And you know what they all aspire to? To one day go nuclear, just like you did, and stand up to Cypher.
Of all the stupid things you could do.
They'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Bottom line is, these guys want to be like their hero, Big Boss. And deep down, they all have their eyes on nuclear weapons. They say that a nuke is the only means of standing against Cypher. But these days, it's becoming little more than a slogan to rally the troops and survive in a cutthroat business.
Currently, there are 3 major PFs who've expanded into Central Africa. CFA, Rogue Coyote, and Zero Risk Security. HEC's investigations have shown there's almost no overlap between their areas of operation. It's not so much a turf war, more like they have a gentleman's agreement. If you do cross paths with them, you probably won't have to face more than one at a time.
Clouds approaching.
Still, don't expect a walk in the park. The CFA, Contract Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action, and we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to handle themselves. Do not underestimate them. Within the CFA is a company of soldiers made up mainly of locally hired operators. They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA. But if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them. Though hired from the local population, they were originally part of a paramilitary group, so they'll have plenty of combat experience. And unlike their days shooting junkyard rifles out of beat-up pickup trucks, the CFA now supplies them with the latest gear from the West. On top of that, they've been combat trained by the South African Army. All that adds up to a much stronger fighting force. So don't brush them off. Look at the Angola-Zaire border region. The East bank of the Munene River in particular. It's a microcosm of a problem that stretches all across Africa. There's a civil war going on in Angola, fought between the government MPLA and the Western-backed UNITA. Zaire is still a dictatorship under President Mobutu, but numerous uprisings have broken out in its remote regions. With all the trouble elsewhere keeping their hands full, neither government has control over their side of the border. They depend on militias and PFs, as do the rebels. Government forces, guerrillas, militants, groups of all shapes and sizes hawk whatever resources they can to hire PFs. Conflict brings PFs. PFs expand the war zone, and more conflicts erupt in a continuous chain reaction.
Sounds like our kind of work. Mother Base could grow by leaps and bounds.
So from what I heard there is that we're gonna get a lot better soldiers than the fucking Russians. Alright, let's do this. Yoink. Thank you.
Please select a mission.
Bump bump. Ba ba da ba ba.
Deploying.
Ba da bum bum ba da bum. I might go for longer today. At this point, my main goal is to gain footage.
Came from intel. The target is Angola's Mfinda oil field, upstream from the landing point. A spill has covered the whole area and crude. A pipeline that crosses the Muneni River failed, and now the shore's a mess. Not to mention the villages downstream have no drinking water.
Punished Venom Snake. In Benedict.
Runs to the pipeline from that facility. Taking it out should end the leak. The client this time is an environmental NGO. Destroy the facility. Stop that leak. This may seem like straight-up philanthropy, but there's another reason we agreed to it. The Mfinda oil field was outdated, abandoned. Then the rebel group UNITA moved in, taking it upon themselves to kickstart operations. UNITA's been rapidly modernizing its arsenal. Rumor has it someone's been selling them U.S. military hardware. Intel's analysis suggests the broker's a front company, Cyphers. Keeping tabs on UNITA could tell us who's pulling its strings.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
That's step one to tracking down Skullface. And Cypher with him. Good luck, boss. First, make your way to the oil facility. It's to the north, past Walla Yamasa. The village is currently occupied by UNITA, so stay sharp.
So, let's begin. Yay! We have people here.
The war industry we started has taken a pretty crooked course these past 9 years. With no other options, soldiers have become dogs of war, sent to conflict zones as private forces, or PFs. Guys we fought alongside are dying all around the globe for no reason. No banner. But it's how they survive. The demand for PFs here in Africa is especially high. Cold War standoffs, resource exploitation, tribal clashes. What's big business for developed countries has only brought conflict here. That mess you're
Enemy
standing in
presence
is just the latest
detected. The map
example.
has been updated.
Welcome to Africa. Alright, well, let's see how many people we can kidnap in one day.
Analysis complete.
Wow. A B rank as our first mark. Okay, that's
You've arrived at Masa
a
Village.
good omen.
Turn into a supply hub for UNITA, meaning it'll be stocked with weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy. Don't be shy.
Analysis complete.
They deserve to be in better hands.
The map analysis complete.
Woohoo! Are we done crippling the Russia?
Please select a mission.
No, we are not.
Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
Dun 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 dun.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Sibylus Delta 2. Ik heb die verdachte persoon in zich. Het iemand nodig om te bezichtigen. Oor. Dat is het hier. Ons heeft die normale graag niet. Dus of jij kijkt voor verdere activiteit. Uit.
The PF soldiers are speaking Afrikaans, an official language of the Republic of South Africa. Boss, we're gonna need someone with the Afrikaans interpreter skill to understand what they're saying. We'll look into it here, but for now, we'll just have to make do without one.
Right.
Subject on board. Lead the
Okay. I completely forgot that we didn't have we couldn't that we didn't have that. But alright then.
boss. Destroy the oil facility and stop the flow of oil. Head north through the village, and you'll find the facility further on.
So
Arrived at Massa Village. It's been turned into a supply hub for UNITA. Meaning it'll
Analysis
be stocked with
complete.
weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy. Don't be shy. They deserve to be in better hands.
you have a skill that I don't have yet. So normally I would be like kidnap everyone mode, but if I don't have the language yet, like I don't have any reason to, I guess is like the best part. And plus like my mother base is pretty stocked, so I have to really pick and choose who I have to bring along. Which is like really inconvenient. It is really inconvenient. I would love just to have all of these guys. But like, might as well just save it, right? Okay. You have a skill that I don't have.
subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been
Been
updated.
updated. Oh.
Child soldiers.
Oh.
Children there are abducted and trained to be soldiers. They're only taught to fight. And one day they grow up and teach the next generation the same way. With a gun in his hands, a kid is as dangerous as any adult. Only they don't know a thing about right and wrong. Boss, do not hurt any child soldiers. If you do, the mission is over.
Okay. So, we're not gonna hurt any child soldiers. Don't worry. We are just going to kidnap them.
Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
I wonder why they're going up there.
Caution.
Beyond there is outside the mission area.
Oh, they're gone, I think. Damn. I get like a lot of heroism for extracting child soldiers.
Analysis complete.
You've made it past the village. Continue heading for the oil facility. It's located upriver.
Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. complete.
Mafinda oil field is the property of Saner, South African Natural Resources.
Analysis
Saner drills
complete.
oil wells wherever they can throughout that region. And when the oil dries up, they abandon the facility. Then it's only a matter of time before the aging equipment starts leaking crude. That means Unitas takeover is the perfect cover for Saner. Now they can blame the spill on a bunch of oil thieves. However you look at it, Saner's far from squeaky clean.
Da 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 da. Anyways, well, I know it's you guys. So, I'm probably gonna stream for a bit longer, since I'm considering just like using these streams to gather footage to see if I can get a bigger hit, basically. If you get what I mean.
That used to be a settlement. Now it's burned to the ground.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been
There it is.
updated.
The oil facility. To stop the leak, you need to shut down the oil transfer pump and destroy the oily water separator tank. The details are on your iDroid. That's the
What
oily
has
water
been
separator
updated?
tank. One of the targets. Take it out.
Please specify a project.
So what I need is this.
Please supplies requested.
Because I am no longer simply in Afghanistan. We have actual urban environments to worry about.
Supply drop complete.
Also, it would really look weird if there was like a desert cardboard box on an oil refinery.
Analysis
Found you.
complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Pop into the box.
Caution, rain approaching. Analysis complete.
Without a soldier with the translator skill, I won't be able to do anything, basically.
Rain. Sound of rainfall should help to mask your footsteps.
But it passively damages the cardboard box. That's why rain is bad. Rain is bad solely because it passively damages cardboard boxes. And if you don't know, that's very
Separator tank. You'll need to use explosives. Alright, you planted the C4. Don't set it off until you're at a safe distance.
if you don't know, that's like super inconvenient for me. Like seriously. Son of a... Bitch. What?
Boss, what happened? Boss!
What? What do you mean Snake can't swim? Can someone look at it? Can someone look that up for me? Oh no!
Boss, come in. Boss? Boss!
Damn it! I guess he isn't Liquid Snake now. Huh. Okay, plus we intentionally reset the mission. I did not click reset on accident. I did not want to do it. Can I skip this cutscene? No, I can't.
Came from intel. The target is Angola's Mfinda oil.
Oh.
The oil runs to the pipeline from that facility. Taking it out should end the leak. The client this time is an environmental NGO. Destroy the facility. Stop that leak. This may seem like straight up philanthropy, but there's another reason we agreed to it.
Guest starring child
The oil field
soldiers.
was outdated, abandoned. Then the rebel group United moved in, taking it upon themselves to kickstart operations. United's been rapidly modernizing its arsenal. Rumor has it someone's been selling them U.S. military hardware. Intel's analysis suggests the broker's a front company, Cyphers. Keeping tabs on United could tell us who's
Please
pulling its
specify
strings.
project.
So this has taught us something.
First, make your way to the oil facility. It's to the north, past Wala Yamasa. The village is currently occupied by United, so stay sharp. The war industry we started has taken a pretty crooked course these past 9 years. With no other options, soldiers have become dogs of war, sent to conflict zones as private forces, or PFs. Guys we fought alongside are
Enemy
dying all around the
presence
globe for
detected.
no reason.
The map has
No
been
banner.
updated.
But it's how they survive. The demand for PFs here in Africa is especially high. You've arrived at Masa Village. It's been turned into a supply hub for United, meaning it'll be stocked with weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy. Don't be shy. They deserve to be in better hands.
The map has been updated.
Come up here. Come up here, Brook boy.
Analysis complete.
Children. Child soldiers.
Analysis complete.
Children there are abducted and trained to be soldiers. They're only taught to fight. And one day they grow up and teach the next generation the same way. With a gun in his hands, a kid is as dangerous as any adult. Only they don't know a thing about right and wrong. Boss, do not hurt any child soldiers. If you do, the mission is over.
Don't worry, I know.
You gonna extract him?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Bitch, I'm big boss. You don't see shit.
Analysis.
What are you good at? You ain't good at shit. Get out of my face. Also, no, I'm not... Veg, you forget. I'm not Solid Snake. We. Who thought they saw Big Boss? Cause you didn't. And if you thought you did, change your mind immediately. I think one of the mission goals is to also extract all the child soldiers, so I'm just gonna... You have child soldiers, so I do not feel bad about shooting you in the face. Ow. Why do you have mortars?
Destroy the oil facility and stop the flow of oil. Head north through the village, and you'll find a facility further on. You've arrived at Masa Village. It's been turned into a supply hub for UNITA, meaning it'll be stocked with weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy. Don't be shy. They deserve to be in better hands.
The map has been updated. Strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly.
This better be a smoke strike and not, it's a bomb.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Oh my god. Okay. Yep. Ocelot said we're not allowed to harm child soldiers.
Full extraction puts a huge strain on the body. Too much for a child. To extract kids, you'll have to carry them to the chopper.
Strike request please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly. Outpost captured.
Okay. That's fine, Realm Breaker. Don't worry about it. Oh. Just having to anti-war crimes from war crimes. You know how it be. Can I call in a helicopter anywhere near here? There's like 4 of these kids.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Also, it's really inconvenient having to put them asleep over and over again. Hey, D-Horse. Horse. Gold chip. Gold chip, come on, we can't fuck around. With a trank dart. Oh my god.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Look, man, it doesn't take immediate effect any other way.
Have arrived at LZ.
I didn't make the game. Okay, I didn't make the game.
Helicopter has arrived.
But I know there's like a challenge if I extract every child soldier here.
The industry we started has taken a pretty crooked course these past 9 years. With no other options, soldiers have become dogs of war.
What do you mean this?
Conflict zones as
Arrived
private
at
forces,
Base.
or PFs. Guys we fought alongside are dying all around the globe for no reason. No banner. But it's how they survive. The demand for PFs here in Africa is especially high. Cold War standoffs, resource exploitation, tribal clashes. What's big business for developed countries has only brought conflict here. That mess you're standing in is just the latest example.
Yeah, trust me, I can tell. Please just put the child soldier onto the...
Gonna rescue the kid, boss. All right, we'll take care of him.
Come on.
Some will set shortly. Support helicopter has arrived. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Dink! That a child soldier? That's a child soldier. Also, weirdly enough, these children have, like, super high stats. I do not know why. Like, I think one of them had, like, an A in everything. Which is, like, absurd.
Please select a support helicopter requested. Please select a mission. Caution, rain approaching.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Once you're on that chopper, we'll have to abort the mission. Are you giving up?
No. I misclicked.
Support helicopter has arrived. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
He's coming to. Roger that.
Nice. Okay.
Please select a drop supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
All right.
Past the village. Continue heading for the oil facility. It's
Extraction
located upriver.
arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Mafinda oil field is the property of Saner, South African Natural Resources. Saner drills oil wells wherever they can throughout that region. When the oil dries up, they abandon the facility. Then it's only a matter of time before the aging equipment starts leaking crude. That means United's takeover is the perfect cover for Saner. Now they can blame the spill on a bunch of oil thieves. However you look at it, Saner's far from squeaky clean.
Honestly, we're about to like solve the issue by blowing it up, which I'm not sure is how things work. But like,
That used to be a settlement, but now it's burned to the ground.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been
There it is,
updated.
the oil facility. To stop the leak, you need to shut down the oil transfer pump and destroy the oily water separator
Analysis
tank.
complete.
The details are on your iDroid.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I'm gonna need a new sniper rifle soon. Like, I'm just realizing. Anyway, so since my mother base is almost full, like, for context, there's like 328 here. And I think the maximum... Actually, it doesn't matter what the maximum is. It's right here. So just to impress upon you how little I care, I can kill everyone here. I can take the heroism hit. It doesn't matter to me. I got the child soldiers out.
Clouds approaching. Analysis complete.
Come on, you ugly bastard. One dead. When I make a video about this game, this is gonna be the crash out montage. Buddy. Buddy. Am I not like physically and mentally rested? Should I have showered after Huey? I might have. No, I did shower after Huey. For context, showering is like a mechanic. It makes you physically and mentally more rested. Which is a subtle hint to Hideo Kojima's fans. To fucking shower. Shit. Shit. Who saw me? Great. Shit. By the way, this is how you would canonically play the game. Granted, Big Boss might have kept stealth, but he would absolutely be killing people.
Alright, you planted the C4. Don't set it off until you're at a safe distance.
Bitch, I'm not setting this off until I'm, like, out of the base.
You're away from the tank. Once it goes up, the enemy will come running. Secure the area before you detonate the C4.
Up. Up. Where's the thing I'm supposed to be hitting next?
That's one of the targets. There should be an emergency stop button somewhere nearby.
Okay, but where?
You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Development complete.
Come on. 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 And open the door.
There's the transfer pump control room. The emergency stop button is probably inside it. Bodies? Why? Oil transfer pump shutoff confirmed.
Mission
Next,
info has been
destroy the
updated.
oily water separator tank. That'll ensure they can never use the facility again.
So, before I do any of that, I'm getting the hell out of here. I made a lot more noise than I wanted to. So I'm gonna hook up some more C4. Just right here. Oh, and steal these containers. I have to steal these containers.
Ocena sytuacji, ale ja nie wiem. Stan B.
Let me, come on. Now, hopefully, the C4 doesn't have like a despawn range, or else that would be kind of stupid.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Kaboom!
You destroyed the separator tank. Objectives
Mission
complete.
info has been
Those
updated.
security will be tighter after that explosion. Get out of there ASAP.
I'm almost out of the hot zone.
Exfiltrated hot zone.
You're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit.
Mission complete. Absolute cinema.
Project has been added.
Damn.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
How was that A? Holy shit.
Boss, we took another look into Saner, the owner of the oil field. They were behind what happened. They hired the PF, not United. They restarted the facility all the while pretending they were the victims. One other thing. Saner's Johannesburg head office is just a room in a multi-tenant building. Company's essentially non-existent. 3 years ago, that investment fund stepped in and started gutting it through a series of mergers and sell-offs. And get this, the fund itself no longer exists either. It's a shell corporation, meaning someone is just using Saner's name from the shadows. But what about those strange corpses? Just what the hell were they doing over there?
Questioning Huey. D-Walker armament can now be developed. D-Walker can now be customized.
Snake, I've customized a walker gear just for you. It features a silent running system, great for infiltration missions, and you can also summon it to your location. I've taken the liberty of calling it the D-Walker. It's armed with a suppressed tranquilizer gun. If you want to add other weaponry or upgrade the chassis, give the order from your iDroid.
Elite soldiers. Stubborn Ram. Panzer Tiger. We got a decent amount of soldiers from that.
Side ops list updated.
I've updated the mission
Mission
list.
list
We received a
updated.
new job offer. It doesn't seem connected to Cypher or Skullface at all. But if it goes well, we may get an Afrikaans interpreter. The details are on your iDroid.
Extract the legendary gunsmith. Looks like all of Africa is now home free.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
The bits. Oh, we gotta do some upgrading here. Including... We probably want to upgrade base dev first. But we need more fuel. So instead, we are going to upgrade the combat unit. Actually, no, wait, we should save. We should save. Bravo, Gene, Vector. Auto assign.
Staff assigned.
Sell up our stock of precious metals again. Buddy equipment.
Please specify a project.
So we have our D-Walker stuff. Built-in suppressors are really powerful.
Please specify a project.
But, yeah, there's only one thing I'm worried about here. The sneaking suit 2.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
We need a bit more. Oh, we do have an anesthesia specialist now, so that's good. That's good. We needed that. And of course, the final upgrade to the Winderger is having a built-in suppressor. We aren't there yet to the next sniper rifle upgrade though, but I think if I go back, if I extract and go back to Mother Base,
Please
I can get
specify a
Quiet.
project.
I can get either Quiet or D-Dog, and both of them would be incredible.
Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
I would prefer getting Quiet, however, because Quiet is just obscenely powerful.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Oh. Okay, do we have more? We have more!
You called that thing Sahelanthropus. Where does the name come from?
Well, several years ago, an excavation team discovered a hominid skull in the Sahel region.
Central Africa. The Southern Sahara.
Cypher gave the specimen the name Sahelanthropus, Man of Sahel. And then they covered the whole thing up.
Why?
They probably wanted to monopolize information about human evolution to have a head start in their genetic research. At least, until they had an idea of what they'd found.
It was that big of a discovery, huh?
Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid, estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood upright.
Right. Which would mean Sahelanthropus walked upright 3 million years before Australopithecus, making it the world's oldest human species.
Walking upright. I get it. Hence the name Sahelanthropus for your machine.
Walking upright was the decisive difference between our ancestors and other anthropoids. Our brains could get heavier once they were supported by the spinal column. That led to the use of tools and the development of complex communication through language. Only man is capable of this. My creation will be the progenitor of all bipedal weapon platforms.
And you did this for Cypher?
No, not at all. Sahelanthropus is the best proof that I never betrayed you guys.
What do you mean?
The reconstructed Sahelanthropus skull looked exactly like the skull we used as our logo 9 years ago in the Caribbean.
An army without a nation. Outside the world order.
The design was based on Pangaea, the supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago, right?
Yeah. When the world was a single landmass. That concept's at the source of our strength.
I felt the same way about Sahelanthropus. Sure, I was forced to build it under their orders, but I always wanted to put its technology back in our hands someday. That's the reason I incorporated the old insignia into Sahelanthropus's name. Don't you see? That's how much I was thinking about you guys.
Oh, I see, all right. I see someone desperate to cover his ass. You can say whatever you want after the fact. But that skull also symbolizes somebody else. Skullface.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
Not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. You know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry. Real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research. But I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff. But I've heard that an American biotech company has successfully cloned a human being. What's more, it happened over 10 years ago. And the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You've really never heard of him?
I don't meet many doctors.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built. Meaning, Cypher has to be a part of the Pentagon. Or at least, the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving force behind human cloning. It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cypher. But that's not all. Every cell nucleus in an organism contains the genetic information for that organism. Think of it as a blueprint for life. Clark appears to be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. A man of your talents, if your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Look, I know it's inductive reasoning, but this weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that? Genes encoded with information that wants its children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that. And yet, it could be what Cypher's after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
It's a shame that I can't play any of these tapes whatsoever. Oh, that poor man. Alright.
Plant expansion complete.
Yippee. Okay, going back to Mother Base.
A landing zone. Heading to Mother Base. Heading to Mother Base.
Looks like D-Dog's a bit older.
Halt! See that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon.
We got a puppy.
No, stay! Stay!
We got a puppy. I picked him up several missions ago.
Did it? Go!
Oh my.
No, maybe not yet. But soon. Soon.
I think that's like a sign that I get one more mission until I can actually use DD. Nice. Oh my god, my dog is barking at something. What are you barking at? Nothing? That's what I thought. God damn it. Oh boy. Oh.
Boss, what happened? Boss!
That better not be a freaking. What is that? What is that? Why? Why is this here? Get that off my mother base. Okay.
Welcome home, boss.
Please select a mission.
Okay. Let's go to get ourselves a gunsmith.
Where are your friends? Where are the others? Where are your friends?
DD, know that if anyone says harder, you get to snap their necks. Okay.
Please specify a project.
Thanks for that, boss.
Please select a mission. Development complete. Police landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
So we need that that transmitter. This dog is serious as fuck.
On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Damn. As the mem.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
Fuck.
Deploying.
Thus begins our legendary sneaking missions. Starring Punished Venom
Several
Snake.
high-level British CFA officials are being held by their Afrikaner colleagues. One of these prisoners is the rescue target, a guy known as the Viscount. The target's location is unknown, but they're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him. We've used info from the intel unit to predict the interpreter's location. It's on your iDroid. Follow the interpreter and extract the target when you find him.
Be careful down there, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
You got a gas mask on.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
That's not the target. Orders are only the
map
Viscount
has
gets
been
rescued.
updated.
Can't understand why he'd receive special treatment, but I don't imagine it'll be a problem to save the other prisoners too.
Analysis complete.
You found the interpreter. Now follow him to the target.
That's the plan.
If you're going to use a weapon, be careful not to draw the enemy's attention.